Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving right into this absolutely fascinating psychological concept called cognitive ease. And to do that, we're unpacking a massively successful local business case study, Ventura County's own Topper's Pizza Place. Now, just to clear the air right from the jump, we are talking exclusively about the beloved, locally owned Ventura County and Santa Clara Valley institution that kicked off in 1990. We are definitely not talking about the completely unrelated Midwestern franchise with the same name. We're going to look at exactly how this specific locally grown spot basically engineered itself to become the dominant, absolute no-brainer choice for its community. All right, here's our roadmap. We'll start off by looking at the decision fatigue problem, then the power of familiarity, and how radical consistency builds trust. After that, we'll get into embedding in local routines, using community as a strategy, and finally, becoming the easy choice. Essentially, we're breaking down this local success story into a practical, replicable blueprint that you can actually use. Section 1, the decision fatigue problem. You know, modern consumers are just completely overwhelmed. Literally, from the minute we wake up, we're bombarded with these micro decisions. What to wear, what to watch, where to get coffee, and yeah, what in the world to eat for dinner. Which brings us to a really provocative question. Why do customers actually choose your business? As business owners, it's so incredibly easy to trick ourselves. We think, oh, they choose us because we have the absolute best product, or our marketing campaign was super clever. But honestly, human psychology tells a completely different story. The reality of consumer behavior actually boils down to this concept of cognitive ease. See, our brains are biologically wired to conserve energy. So given the choice between overthinking a brand new, unproven option or just going with what's familiar, reliable, and completely frictionless, our brains are almost always going to take the path of least resistance. People just don't want to overthink their daily purchases, right? They naturally gravitate toward what they already know and trust. Moving right into Section 2, the power of familiarity. We're going to see how Topper's Pizza Place has masterfully leveraged this exact psychological principle to become a deeply ingrained local fixture. Just take a look at their Channel Islands harbor location. Unlike those faceless, cookie-cutter corporate chains, Topper's has established these highly distinct, localized physical spaces. They even work with local companies, like Dave's Signs, to create this illuminated, custom exterior signage. It gives each restaurant a really bold, recognizable, and deeply familiar brand personality. So when you drive by, you aren't just seeing a generic billboard. You're seeing a tangible, welcoming brick-and-mortar presence right there in your neighborhood. And, this wasn't an accident at all. As founders Vim and Beth Jonker explain it, we want Topper's to be a friendly, familiar place where you will always feel comfortable and usually see someone you know. They intentionally engineered their business right from day one around this idea of comforting familiarity. They wanted to create this low-friction experience where just walking through the front doors feels kind of like coming home. All right, Section 3, radical consistency builds trust. Because let's face it, familiarity only works if the experience is relentlessly consistent over time. I mean, if you go in and the food is amazing on Tuesday but totally terrible on Friday, that cognitive ease is completely shattered. So how exactly do they maintain that trust? Well, it goes all the way back to 1990. That's the year Topper's was founded, and it's the year their signature dough recipe was developed. And guess what? They are still using that exact same dough recipe today. They prepare their sauces from scratch in every single restaurant. They aren't constantly changing things up just to chase fleeting culinary trends. No, they locked in a winning formula and they just stuck to it. And they actually pull off that incredible consistency through their team. Get this, their management team boasts over 165 combined years of experience. In the restaurant industry, which we all know is notorious for massive turnover, this level of staff retention is virtually unheard of. Having managers who have been there for years or even decades is the true secret engine fueling their operational consistency. All that dedication leads directly to this massive number. 22 consecutive years winning Best Pizza in Ventura County from the VC Star, stretching from 2000 all the way to 2022. Oh, and they've won Best Salad multiple times too. You definitely do not win a community's top vote for over 2 decades straight without being the literal definition of reliable. As co-founder Beth Jonker puts it, so every time you come in, it's the same thing, it's the best it can be. They absolutely refuse to cut corners. They have a full-time crew dedicated simply to hand-preparing vegetables and maintaining their salad bars. They're grating thousands of pounds of fresh California cheese every single week instead of just buying it pre-shredded in bags. Why go to all that trouble? because protecting that consistency protects customer trust. And trust is exactly what makes you the easy choice. Which brings us to Section 4, embedding in local routines. Because it's one thing to be a really great restaurant, it's a whole different ballgame to become a seamless part of your customers' daily and weekly habits. Toppers actively integrates right into the community's natural rhythms. They aren't just trying to be some fancy, once-a-year special occasion destination. They cater to specific, everyday situations with virtually zero friction. Need a fast meal during the workday? Boom, they have quick lunch specials from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Out walking your dog? They have dog-friendly patios. Hosting a Little League team after a big game? They have group accommodations ready to go. Or if you just want to stay on the couch, they offer fast, efficient deliveries starting just 30 minutes after they open. They've essentially molded their operations to fit exactly how their local customers actually live. Now for Section 5, community as a strategy. True local businesses don't just sell products to a community. They actively participate in it to solidify their status as the neighborhood's default choice. Their approach to community integration relies on these remarkably straightforward fundraiser programs, which are frequently used by local groups like Padre Sarah Parish. And it's incredibly simple. Step 1, bring your family in. Step 2, tell the cashier you're with the group. Step 3, Toppers donates 20% of pre-tax sales back to the organization. By actively and practically supporting local schools, churches, and sports leagues like this, they create an incredibly powerful reciprocal loyalty loop. The community supports them because they tangibly support the community back. And this deliberate, locally focused strategy has allowed them to expand to 10 distinct, locally operated locations across Ventura County and the Santa Clarita Valley. They partnered with family and longtime friends like Steve Sellers and their son Evan Junker to carefully grow their footprint without ever losing that localized neighborhood connection. Finally, Section 6, becoming the easy choice. So what is the ultimate blueprint business owner should take away from this explainer? Well, this formula is incredibly simple, yet notoriously difficult to execute well. To become the easy choice, you have to eliminate surprises, just like Toppers keeping their core recipes totally unchanged since 1990. You've got to retain your core team to ensure operational reliability, matching their incredible 165-plus years of manager experience. And you must embed your business into local routines through things like reliable lunch specials and generous local fundraisers. Honestly, prioritizing reliability and familiarity over flashy gimmicks is exactly how you build lasting generational market dominance. So the crucial point I want to leave you with today is this. What are you doing right now, today, to ensure your business is the easiest, most reliable choice for your customers tomorrow? It's time to stop chasing every shiny new trend and start obsessing over foundational trust. Make it incredibly easy for your community to choose you. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this case study helps you build deeper roots in your own community.